Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Art Nouveau Tarot by Matt Myers. If it focuses, go ahead, focus. Feel free to focus, Box. Thank y'all. This was a 1989 publication. I got it in 94. But I think usgamesinc.com is still around. I think if you take out systems, but there's the information. If you look up US Games and Tarot, I think you'll easily find something if you're looking for it. I want to say Ciro Marchetti's stuff is on there too, which I know I'm saying his name wrong. I don't remember how to correctly say it off the top of my head. That's just how it's stuck there. Supportive Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. Website is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as an apple, U as an umbrella. Feel free to check those out if you want to. What do we have for Scorpio, obviously. Two cards. Creation and growth. What's the deal? Things are about to get better. That's something good. We got creation and growth. Somebody that's very close to you. I feel like they're very close. Has been screwed over by somebody else. Might be work. Maybe a work friend. It's kind of like at this friend feel here with the Three of Cups. This didn't work out. Something didn't work out. It's almost like, I feel like something almost like, I cringe to say this word, but it's almost like a miscarriage I'm also feeling with this too. Something didn't work out. Something failed. It flat out, something is failing. I feel like it's more likely a friendship, but it could be something else like that, like maybe they're trying to have a child or something like that, and it's just like, it's not working. It's not working. Like, it's not working. I don't know how to talk about that delicately, so it's just not working. So I don't want to say anything too, they are not accepting that just yet. But I think you see it. The thing is, it doesn't seem like they're ready to hear it, and you know that. I feel like Scorpio especially can relate to this. When you're not in the place to really hear the truth, it's just not time to hear the truth. When it's time and when you're ready, you'll hear it and you'll feel it when you need to, and that's where they are. And you've been through that. I feel like Scorpio's been down this road. Like, you get just so far down the road, somebody might tell you something, you're like, that's not how that is. And then a little while later it goes by and you're like, oh, I kind of knew something was off, but I didn't realize that was what the problem was. It's kind of like you have that inkling that something's not right, but you didn't think it was that bad, and then somebody warned you and you're like, I don't think it's that. And turns out it was that. It's one of those things. You are not looking to beat up on somebody when they're not ready to hear the truth. And you're thinking, it's not, if I try to push this forward, I feel like you've given like your 2 cents of like being careful and just being a little bit more conservative on certain things. And they're like, no, I'm going to do it my way. And you're like, okay, you got to do what you got to do. You seem to respect that. Like, all right, you got to do it the way you got to do. They're not ready to hear it yet. The thing is, the person that's the problem, that's interesting. They're the ones, they're out. They're out. I feel like they're gonna go. They got the Three of Swords. Something doesn't work out for them. Whoever this false person is around them, or whatever this is that isn't working for the person you're close to, so it's somebody they're connected to, that's gonna go away. It doesn't look like it goes away in the most enjoyable fashion, but I don't think the person you're connected to is going to get the fallout for that. because it's going. It's done. The world is here. What is that? The Nine of Wands is like, I don't think the truth is coming forward on what really happened, but somebody else is failing. The person that's the problem is going away, and I feel like they're very unhappy, but they're not sharing what happened. They're just kind of gone. They're just kind of gone. I feel like the person you're connected to feels bad for them, but they're gone. And it's for the best. It is for the best. I think the person you're connected to is going to figure out the truth on that in their own way, in their own time, but the truth is coming forward there. I feel like this is like after the fact, slowly but surely. It's almost like very private that they're figuring out the truth about this person, but it's not something they're talking about. It's kind of like they're realizing it and they're like, oh, okay. I don't think they want people to realize for some reason. I think you're allowing that. I think you're also kind of like, all right, we're just going to leave it where it is. You're keeping a lookout. I feel like a big part of this reading is about keeping your eye on it, but just not saying anything. And then trying to pull this person into a different direction and steering them towards better people. I think that's what this is for you. Just not pointing out the negative in that. It seems like they're figuring it out slowly but surely. And just kind of like letting it pass, leaving it where it was, and just helping this person connect to better people. I feel like that's what you're doing, because you seem to be, with the King of Cups, helping this person connect to better people. And I'm getting that with the Lovers too. Better ideas, better plans. You're helping this. You don't want this to become a negative situation for them. I feel like you're looking at this, and the inner knowing for you is like they know what this is. And they're seeing it slowly but surely. It's coming together on their own terms. I feel like pointing it out to them is just going to make this a bad situation that we don't want. Instead of pointing it out, I'm just going to help them gravitate towards better. And you're helping them gravitate towards better. Can we get a little more clarity on that Lover's card? You got a lot of good energy. I mean, the Lover's card is there. It doesn't have to mean romance, but Four of Wands and the Hierophant. You're very bonded with this person, and there's certain things you agree with and certain things you just don't. You see things different ways. They might have a different way of living. They might be a very structured person. I don't think you have like an adversity to, I don't think you're adverse to structure, but it's kind of like the way they live is just not my flavor, but I get along with them. It's kind of how I feel. Like I get along with them. They do their thing their way, I do my thing my way. We come together on certain times, but we're very mindful about not getting too connected on certain situations because we do things so differently that it becomes a problem. If that helps paint the picture of who this is. So whoever this is, things are going better for them. I feel like you're helping them. Are you bringing them something? What is that? I just noticed they have the Ace of Pentacles showing up. This just showing up later. Are they bringing you an opportunity? Page of Fire and the Sun card again. This is a distraction, but this is a great distraction. It could be a work thing again. Your energy being very peaceful towards them. You're not pointing out things they don't want to. They don't want things pointed out to them, and you're not doing it. You understand that. I feel like you get that. Like certain things you don't want to point it out, just leave it be. And you've been on the receiving end of that, so you know how that is, so you're not going to do that to somebody is what I'm feeling if this reading is hitting for you. So I'm getting like they're distracting the whole situation. They're trying to distract themselves. They're bringing in something of value. If this is a work thing, there's a great project coming forward and they're trying to pull you into it because you make life easy for them. It's non-stress. Just be careful if you're working on the same project with this person. You do your thing over on your side. They do their thing. You come together where necessary, but like don't work together like every second. I don't know how. So like if there's a project and you're like you do some aspects, they do some aspects. We're gonna meet at the end of the day and compare notes. Then do that. You know what I mean? Don't like every hour on the hour, check in with each other. Don't sit right next to each other and work on the same project. Be careful of that. Do your piece, they do their piece. Come together, touch base every now and then, like maybe once a day, twice a day if you have to. Do it that way. Be careful of that, especially with this pentacle energy. I'm kind of like, I feel like the need to control might be on their side for some reason. And that's not going to work for you. So we want to keep getting along. We want things to keep going well. The Sun card's there twice, so this is a great situation. I feel like you know what this person is like. As long as you set it up to do things over here and come together, I feel like this can be great. I feel like this can be perfect. I feel like they're just highlighting with this person. This can be a great, great connection. This can be a great, great match. I think I've seen people like who are married do this, where one of them's really structured, the other one's really random. They're very successful on their own, but like, for example, if they're gonna go to the beach, one has a set of things they have to do, the other has a set of things they have to do to make that happen. They just, do it on their own terms. And then they touch base every now and then to make sure they're on point where necessary, and then they just make it happen that way. But they don't overwork together. Like, they do a couple things together, but not much, because they have their own way of doing things, but they really do care about each other. They do like each other, and they do respect each other, but it's kind of like they're going to do that their way. The other person's going to be very structured. I don't like that. This side, like, I feel like Scorpio tends to be random, not always, but tends to be random, but also very successful. So if it's overstructured, it may get on your nerves. So just like find a way to balance that out the correct way for your needs. Because that moment is coming forward. Things are coming forward with this person. I feel like they're setting up, like, something is leaving, something that was not so good is leaving, and that's good. You're seeming to come in and take the place of that, and you're going to stabilize the things. Just make sure when you set up how this works going forward that it keeps you in the happy place, not in a place where I feel like, somebody's breathing on my neck, watching everything I do. So just see if you can find a way to structure that in a way where this works for you, or at the very least, if this is a situation where, well, this is my boss, there's only so much I can do. If you're aware that that's how they do things, and you're aware that that's what they're going to do, maybe there's something else that can make things a little easier for you, or somewhere you can plan through that if you're aware of it before it even gets there. Okay, I think we're good. I'm going to shut this down here. All right, thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.